Intertext between the Qur'an and the Bible you probably did not know before. Part 2. Relating the story of Musa alayhi salam in the Exodus, we can see God being phrased as the God of the Hebrews. For instance, we have in Exodus chapter 3 verse 18 it says, "The God of the Hebrews has met with us." And in Exodus chapter 5 verse 3 it says the same thing. And in Exodus chapter 7 verse 16 it says, "The God of the Hebrews has sent me to you." Okay, and what does that have to do with the Quran? I got you. We have in chapter 28 verse 30 of the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to Musa alayhi salam, "Indeed I am Allah, Rabbul Alameen, Lord of all worlds." And in chapter 7 verse 104, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala quotes Musa alayhi salam saying, "O Pharaoh, I am a messenger from the Lord of the worlds." And in chapter 26 verse 23, Pharaoh replies, "What is the Lord of the worlds?" And we see this again in chapter 43 verse 46, it says the same thing as chapter 7 verse 104. We can see how the author of the Quran is editing the narrative of the Exodus from God being only the God of the Hebrews to God being Rabbul Alameen, the God of all worlds. And keep in mind that all of those changes are found within the story of Musa alayhi salam talking to Pharaoh. This highlights how much knowledge the author of the Quran has with the content of the Bible. I think no illiterate Arab in the desert in 7th century Arabia could have had access to, making the author of the Quran no other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And with that, let us say